Hey there team, so this is, well, it's not really too strange. I'm going to be doing one video with two battles squished on in there. What we've got is this first one on the dry lake bed and then the second one on the frozen lake bed. They're both 2v2s, so I thought they're quite similar. And I did them both last night, so like right after one another, so I thought I might as well just pop them into one video. I'm playing as Dorwinian, which on my memory is totally gone. I don't know if this is the first like proper battle I've done as Dorwinian that I've recorded, and apart from the first ever battle, like I think this is the well anyway, I've not got too much experience with Dorwinian, but I've seen them a lot, so I know how they work. I certainly wasn't going in blind. At the back here I've got these Nandor Glade Riders. Oh yeah, something I noticed in the last video. I constantly confused the Glade Riders with the Glade Lords and crap like that, so certainly not going in blind, but I'm certainly not an expert. I've got the Avelin Vine Guard here at the back, again as my like floating spear guard to counter off any cav. Elvelin Hammer Guard there. Some Erenvorn Axemen, which I decided to grab. I just had a little bit of money spare, so I thought, yes, instead of just pouring 450 florins into upgrades, I might as well. So the rest of this army is totally unupgraded, but the Dorwinian roster is pretty exceptional anyway, so it's not too necessary. But yeah, so the Erenvorn Axemen here, decided to just grab them. The Marquindi Glade Masters, that's where I've shoved my general today. Then 2 units of these River Patrol, one on either flank. Then in the centre here, the Marquindi Pikes. Very expensive pipeline, very good pipeline. I decided to put this force in front of them because, which is usually is quite rare for me to do, to have like a shielded unit right in front of my pipeline. But because of the quality of them and really because of the amount of Elvelin infantry I had, I just decided why not. So I'd put 2 in front of the Marquindi pipeline, and then 2 more are here. Put a lot of my power on this left flank. Since I'm deploying right up against my ally here, I can really sort of have a lot of power here and just float around, whereas this should be my safe flank. And up the front, another unit of Elvelin Vine Guard. Only got 1 unit of spears here defending my archers, but 2 Elvelin Marksmen and 1 Marquindi Bows. Bit of a gap, but not as... no, that's about the normal size of gap I would normally give, but these are shielded units anyway, so I don't mind if they take a few pot shots. Got Wilson on my right playing some Ladris. This was one of his... He said that this was like one of his first times playing as Imladris with this new build, so it's so keep that in mind. But got the Riders of the Brunnen here. Does he have another one on the flank? Yes, he does. 2 Archers of Rivendell. I've got I think that's an armor upgrade on them, but I couldn't say for certain. The Imladris Guardians, 2 of them there. Some Imladris Sentries, 2 of them. So both of us have very, very high quality pipelines. And then the Spearmen there, and another Eldarin Waste Spearman here. Then quite a heavy cav contingent, which you would expect from Imladris, especially on sort of an open field map. An Imladris Sentinels, I was about to say Sentries, I was confused, but no, 2 Imladris Sentinels and then 1 Gwathi Rogdor, who, as I say, you know, they normally do look gorgeous, but the shuffling, they still look pretty good. So we'll go up to normal speed. We've got a Gondor and a canned adversary in front of us, so yeah, that's why I definitely brought like 2 units of spears. I knew we'd be going up against some roaming canned cav. Some nomadic light cav there on his right flank. On his left, no cav. Oh no, maybe on the far side in this little valley, some Variag horse archers. So lots of archer cav on his flanks. Nomadic raiders up in the center. A nice mixed in force. Okay, this is going to be a bit difficult. Yep, halberds mixed in with the Norad footmen, very powerful formation, but in some places the Norad footmen have had to be replaced with nomadic warriors, and even, I think, oh no, the Brotherhood of the Spear are back here. I actually really like the Brotherhood of the Spear. I never use them though. I just like their look, so maybe I should try and use them a bit more, but... And yeah, most of the line is Norad footmen, but he's just had to cheap out with some nomadic warriors there. the Nurad Storm Guard, and in the back, Windblades and Varia Cav. So although we have an exceptional, well, we've got a bit of Cav among us, those Nurad Windblades are going to be a pain in the ass. Then over here, oh, and that was, of course, Safi. Then we've got Eric over here on this side. So he's got some Penethgalen Cav, Gondor Cav, and more Gondor Cav over here, and more Penethgalen Cav. So we are pretty outnumbered Cav-wise. He's not gone for any upgrades, armor upgrades on either of his guys, so that's fair. Gondor Infantry, Civilians. Yeah, he likes civilians. I always see him bring civilians whenever I see him. Gondor Infantry again. Spears, Infantry, Axemen, and yeah, no upgrades though, again. Maybe one upgrade for the Axemen? I don't think so though. Yeah. And then up at the front, Spears, Citadel Guard, Citadel Guard, Spears. So 3 units of Citadel Guard, that is not cheap. And then just 2 units of Archers. Certainly not many Archers, and really lots of Spears. Lots of Spears and lots of Cav too. So, you know, the Gondor Cav, of course, getting a bit of an anti-Cav bonus. But this is what always seems to happen in my 2v2s. Like, the enemies just deploy so far apart, which I get. You know, like, people get into this kind of with the mindset of doing it as 2 separate 1v1s. But I always just grab my boys and just move to bully the closest adversary. And, you know, you've usually got a little while before they can run on down. Eric was fast to respond, though, and he's coming on down quite quick. They get the Riders of Bruinen up, but something I've thought this myself. I've not really tested it, but I always think massed amounts of cheaper horse archers tend to beat, well, like pound for pound, they tend to beat the better quality horse archers, and that's sort of what you're seeing here. But with me getting my forces around, my villain marksman will be able to start raining hell down. He knows why this build is definitely made to be aggressive. So he is moving up, even though he is going to be facing 2-for-1 odds, or 2v1 odds more likely. He is going to have to just move on and try to do his best. This unit of footmen here though is undefended, and I decided to just get a quick charge of my Blade Riders. They're going to be able to stab and slash away, but their anti-armor isn't going to do much against me. So I try to run back out. Definitely worthwhile charge. I lose quite a few there actually, down to 35, because he does change his focus. I think he was kind of viewing these horse archers would maybe be enough to dissuade a charge there. But yeah, took that halfway down, and then just a few volleys. Even though they're heavily armored, they've got good shields. I was just coming in for a quick volley to just rattle through them a bit more. The main force is going to be engaging here though. Real quality of a Mladris, but just these numbers, and certainly not poor quality of canned, or at least what he's chosen for canned. The Cav are mixing out on the sides here. Yeah, good for him, just trying to counter these guys a bit, but need to... He was so close, just... Well, I want to say aggroing the Nurad Footman, but I guess just like... That's not a great word. He is going to pass over them, he's going to get a few slashes in. That's unfortunate. But yeah, no, if he could just get back out and slam into this, that'd be very nice. Gwathi Rock Door up against some... they're just outnumbered here by the Windblades and the Cataphracts. Actually, all I'm seeing here are Cataphracts. Yeah, okay, good, they are winning that. Maybe they just received a nasty charge. The Windblades, you see, I would have maybe had the Windblades fighting these guys, and then the Cataphracts are free to charge around, but I make those sorts of goofs a lot in the games. So his Cav are coming around really for the big flank. He's got the freedom to do that. So I brought my roaming Vine Guard over here because I'm not too worried. He could come round, but that's a big movement to try and achieve. Brought the Merquindi bows over here to try and just nail these Penethgalen Cav, which I'm able to do with a few of these rear shots. So he's pretty fast on the uptake, but he's not wanting to rush in wildly, which I understand. Sometimes when your ally goes in pretty bold, you don't want to just rush in wildly and screw up. Get the Erenvorn Axeman here. and they're doing quite well, but I really should have held my patience and come around their backs. I'm trying to do that with these Avellan infantry now, because my hope is if we just break this force, I'll free up my ally. I can maybe even free up my ally before this proper fight gets underway. Avellan marksmen taking some fire from their Gondor archers, but better than my pikes. These Nurad footmen managed to break them. There were very few of them left, so the Vine Guard were able to do that just by themselves, really. Hammer Guard coming around again, just to try and flank around, crush these guys. Ooh, that's a not too fast, but they got their pikes down. They did countercharge though, but that countercharge is going to leave them to get cut to pieces in the back by the spears. So that was pretty good. As I say, I was surprised at the speed there. Barrier Horse Archers really just coming quite far off. I think they were getting charged and he just ran them away. Didn't really notice how far away they were actually running. Ooh, what happened here? I think I probably... Yeah, I must have got a good volley on them actually. As I say, I do have my javelin throwers. I'm going to slow it down a bit because this fight is actually starting to get underway here. I've got my spear, my javelin throwers, so you know that's pretty scary for Cav. So he comes at me with a lot of Gondor spears, and as I mentioned before, a lot of those Citadel Guard. These River Patrol had emptied their, certainly not quivers, stores of javelins, just on anything they could really see. I think it was just Gondor infantry, but hopefully it was Citadel Guard. But yeah, so the Citadel Guard and just the numbers of Gondor infantry here are going to be winning, but I'm not too worried. Like I know I'm going to lose this fight here, but I know it's going to take a long time for 2 units of heavily armored boys to just get through each other. So I was comfortable with that. What the hope was to destroy Cat and then turn around and focus on Gondor. So that's what you know the aim is. My Hammer Guard are going to do a lot better here, especially when they've got pikes coming in. But again, this is a flank upon a flank. But I see these Glade Masters, and I need to do something about this Gondor infantry. So I think I grab them and throw them into. Oh, what have I targeting here with these javelin throwers? That'd be quite a nice target. Roaming Cav, still standing. Nope, they're deciding against it. Yeah, I've sort of cut off their viewpoint anyway. So these are where both of my elite units are, which is not really something I like to do. I like to spread my elites across the battlefield, but I just saw this where the opportunity was for them. Catch them with the Glade Masters, Glade Riders. Glade Riders are going to lose that engagement, I think, but the spears are the main thing. I'm just wanting to catch them so that the spears can do the damage. Wind Blades, though, they're still roaming around, pretty scary for my Glade Riders. Now this is something I was a little bit sad about. I managed to I had nothing to fight off against these Penithgillen Cav, so he's just able to get them around the back of the pike line, get them around the back of the elves, and really do some damage. So I apologised for that. That was quite unfortunate. But over here, where the Cav is not slamming into them, we are really seeing some good work. These halberds, they probably turned around to face off a Cav engagement and have not been turned back. Gondorians getting routed there, which is nice to see. Glade Masters extending them quite deep. But up against some Axemen, they will cut through that, especially the civilians are just going to be chaff for them to slice through. As I said it before, I don't really like to use civilians in an open field. I don't really like to use civilians full stop, but I like, you know, I only use them in sieges for the kind of more the narrative sense of a defensive siege. Then yeah, the Avellan marksmen, no anti-cav bonus of course, but not horrific in melee, so these Gondor cav hang about for a bit too long, they'll get sliced through. The Archers of Rivendell, I'm not certain of their stats, but they're elves. Sentries here, they'll be outranging the Storm Guard, but the Storm Guard are definitely superior to them. So they manage to move on up, they will start to beat this. Yeah, as you're seeing, a lot of these sentries start to die out. Nomadic Raiders, they out of ammunition? Yeah, they are now. They can be thrown into melee and do okay. More Nomadic Raiders, smaller unit, they'll take a lot longer. Gondor Cav getting it behind my my Vine Guard. But you see, this is always a problem. Like, I turn my Vine Guard around to stab the Cav, great, but then I'm getting stabbed from the back by this Gondor infantry. But I need to destroy this guy. You know, like, that Cav goes, that's their main strength right now. We're at 56 or 64, but most of that 64 is the poorer quality canned units. River Patrol here, just rush them forward to tackle these archers. Gondor Cav running through my lines. But yet, you can see, so I am starting to shatter there. Broken here on this side, so I need something to answer that. Got my Vine Guard freed up. I'm not as worried about their Cav now. They don't have too much left, so I'm happy enough to throw my Vine Guard into melee. With the infantry, I'm sort of winning on the far left flank, but you know, this confrontation is turning against me, especially with my pikes getting surrounded there. But close range. Oh no, damn, I was hoping to get some close range bow fire. Probably should have just thrown them in a bit earlier, to be honest. Elvelyn Marksman just trying to answer this Cav. Which is just disrupting the elves. I've got the infantry, so this canned held out a lot longer than I thought they would, and a heck of a lot longer than I really hoped they would. So, but they are starting to crumble now, and I've freed up these units. I've got some of them freed up that are moving back to try and face off Gondor, but the rest are really curling around to totally finish off the Candish elites here. I'm just very lucky that wasn't that they weren't lancers of any sort, because that would have been really nasty. Had to turn them away for a second, but I wasn't too worried. Nomadic Raiders getting a few backstabs to a heavily armed unit. It's alright. Yeah, you can see the real difference now. The sentries are starting to struggle. They'll do some good damage, I'd say. They're especially backed up by the Ladris Guardians, but always going up against a General's Bodyguard sort of tier unit, it's going to be tough. Wendy Glade Masters, definitely a very high quality unit. Something I've noticed as well about Eric, he doesn't really use elites. Eric's one of the sort of well, I don't know if he's a newer player, but I've seen him a lot recently. So you know, and I do always like to monitor these guys. Monitor is a dumb word for it, but I like to watch these guys and see sort of what strategies they bring, because a lot of the more veteran players, you know, they pick a playstyle. Like me, you know, I pick my very sort of balanced playstyle, and that's all I ever go for. You know, heavy archer focus, balanced playstyle. And so the newer guys come in and they kind of just like throw crap at the wall and sort of see what happens, and you know, often it doesn't work. But it's yeah, so what I've seen Eric, you know, he doesn't really focus a lot on elites, which is cool. I always like to have 2 units of elite infantry to kind of hold my line together, but he doesn't really seem you know, like, but I guess you know, when you've got Citadel Guard, you need 3 units of Citadel Guard. That's not cheap, and he had a lot of Cav as well. That's not cheap. So that money from the elites went into these like good quality units. Certainly not elite though. But I always worry, you know, when you're facing off against, like, say, units like the Nurad Stormguard. These are good quality men, but they're going to cut to pieces by the Nurad Stormguard. And I often think, you know, you need an elite to challenge an elite. Still ammunition for these nomadic White Cav. Which they can be coming into the back of my men here, but I'm not too worried. Again, I've mixed up my Glade Masters and my hammers are fighting together, and to be honest, most of my hammers aren't even fighting. I could be the Axemen did so well. I'll talk about them in a bit. The Hammer Guard, I really should have cooled them out and you know, moved them over into this part of the fight to crush them there. Yeah, cut to pieces by the finally by the Windblades. But no, yeah, so the Axemen, this was, as I said, this was the first time that I'd used really Axemen, well no, like cheaper militia tier Axemen in open field battles. I and I was quite impressed with them. Now they got a good fight to them though. I remember using some militia tier axemen. The last time I really used them properly was in a Shire battle back in 9.6. And I remember an entire unit got about 3 kills, but to be honest, they were fighting the Wardens of the White Tower, so that's fair enough. Good, managed to break that. General dies, and it really is just a mass break. 4 Glade Riders, they're just watching this in a very sort of intimidating manner with their hoods. And that is a lot of Gondorians just routing off the field there. What do we have here? Merquindi bows. Yeah, so I'm coming in for a big flank around the Storm Guard now. The only way we're really crushing these guys with you know, our mid-tier units is to just get all the way around them. Few footmen here holding me back bravely so that I can't totally surround them. Sort of shrugging off these charges a bit, but I do have infantry up in the front. Actually, no, those are all Vanguard. Whoops. So that is the last of the Gondorian men. So that's 79 for 93 now. We really managed to pull ahead as soon as we killed off that Gondorian general. So, yeah, let's see. He's got these wind blades. He's got the horse archers just coming in and out and in and out. It's great, but it's just not. They're not going to be able to do enough charge and damage to make it worthwhile. Saying that though, that's, you know, just about all of the, you know, Ladra sentries wiped out there. So this always seems to happen as soon as I'm able to pull off a total surround. The enemy breaks one of the lines. So managed to get it done now though. Elvilan infantry on one side, Merquindi bows and Vanguard on the other, and then coming in the marksmen are going to be coming in here too. 2 Merquindi bows up against that Storm Guard. I'd like to think the Merquindi bows will take that, especially how bloodied this guy is. But maybe not. The bows will come and finish him off anyway. No! Dang! Yeah, oh well. Dude did well. But hey, people are coming in for vengeance soon. And yeah, I think we'll just jump up the speed now, because these Storm Guard are the last real units left. I've got, there's no red wind blades. I've got 1 rider left. I tried to just come in for a few charges. I was actually trying to charge off the wind blades whenever they were in melee, but no, they just managed to catch me. Those nomadic raiders, oh no, the wind blades are wavering. Surely they're going to be routing in a sec. No, I think they might just end up fighting it out. No, they're done. And that was that, yeah. So I liked her winning a lot, especially in that sort of engagement. I was chuffed to bits with how it went. We've got the Glade Masters. Yeah, as I say, the Glade Masters and the Hammer Guard, they were always fighting together. Should have had the Glade Masters really, you know, the Hammer Guard fighting off on the right, and then the Glade Masters on the left, or to be honest, the Glade Masters would have probably done better against the Candish units, and then the Hammer Guard would have been better against the Gondorian units, just for really smashing through that armour. Merquindi Pikes, generally my Pikes were fighting in a kind of stupid manner. I had both of them fighting in the same place, and you know, it was that main line up against the Gondorians, and they were unsupported and sort of just ended up getting surrounded, which was not good. Elvilan marksmen, able to empty out all of their ammunition, but generally a lot of big shields and a lot of armor from the forces we were up against today, so that's okay. Merquindi bows though did a lot better, and especially with their poison arrows, just scaring people away. I'm sure that did a lot of work. River Patrol, what I'm gonna go back to doing. I love putting a javelin thrower in amongst my infantry line, but I just want 1. I think 2 of them is too much. It's unnecessary, and I'm never able to really make proper use of them. You know, I never really seem to be able to do too well with them. Vanguard, yeah, I'm chuffed. Like they did good in melee up against those infantry, even though their primary focus is to counter cav, so that's good. And then the 4 infantry, pretty hefty chunk of infantry. You know, going toe to toe with other men at arms on the left there is like, it was most likely the 70 and the 74. They were on the left, and then it was the, you know, the 112 and the 131. They were on the right, crushing the Candish men. Axemen, for their price, they did good. I'm chuffed with them. I should have been patient, gotten them around the back. That would have been fantastic had I been able to do that. But no, I'm glad I did that rather than poured upgrades on everybody. And the Glade Riders did good. Yes, almost 400 kills. I was chuffed to bits with that. I think that initial charge that I managed to pull off against the Nurad footman, that just shut down his ability to flank around. Even though he wouldn't have been able to flank around because he would have run straight into my army, but it was still, I really quite enjoyed that. So Safi's in the next one too, and he is actually my ally in this next battle. So we'll go straight on into that, into the Frozen Lakebed. I really hope this doesn't crash. If it does, if there's a sudden cut here, it means that we crashed on loading, and I'll have to piece the videos together. But no good. We have made it, which is nice. So I'm playing as Isengard, which is not a faction I play too much. When it comes to orc factions, I like to play as the Misty Mountains, or the Misty Mountains. Yeah, really, that's it. But I want to try and broaden that out. There's one of my friends. He's starting to he's wanting to try and get into Reforged a bit, and I think Isengard is a faction that's kind of growing on him. So I thought I'll play as Isengard a bit to try and grasp it, and then maybe I can give him some tips. So the thing about Isengard though is you can build balanced armies, which is is generally what I like to do. And they're a hell of a lot more professional than any of the other orcish factions. So, Urkai archers up front, 2 of them, and then in the centre, an Urkai crossbows. I'll turn the speed down to say 0.2, that should give me enough time. 2 units of Dunlending clansmen. Something I do enjoy about Isengard is they have access to these Dunlending clansmen, and they can just, that's 2 units here, 2 big units here for 500 florins. You know, and they're sucking in melee, of course, but that's counter cap. All I need them here for is to throw themselves into a fight against any cav that goes against my archers or crossbows. Main units of pikes. Yeah, 3 units of pikes here. I like to have pikes. We're on huge settings, which is actually something I tend to struggle with a bit. I don't know, like I always do better on large than I do on huge. I think it's probably, I talked about I'm much better at tighter formations, whereas on huge you really need to use large formations, you need to spread out, and that's something that I'm never really as good at. I've got 3 units of Urkai infantry, 2 on this side, and then that's actually it. It's just 2 units of Urkai infantry. I remember really struggling with money. The Guards of Orthanc. That's where I put my general today, just because I like the Guards of Orthanc. I'm afraid all the justification I can give for it. The Urkai Berserkers, Trolls of the White Hand, looking just absolutely fantastic. The Nazhai, unit of Works, and then some Dunlending veterans, just because I couldn't afford another unit of Urkai infantry. So here, I'll rattle through my actual allies. So got Rohan, let's say Safi's over here, the Helm Hammers, the Riddermark Archers, Westmark Marshals, sorry, Eastmark Spears, yeah, all Eastmark Spears up the front there, Westmark Infantry, Westmark Spears, some Shield Maidens off Rohan, then Westmark Marshals, the Meduseld Guard, some more Shield Maidens off Rohan, the Eastmark Horse Archers, Ered Voldberg, Sons of Eol, Ered Oldberg, and the Eastmark Horse Archers. Now what we're up against here is a unit of Dorwinian, actually, and Lothlorien. So I think I even said to him at the start that, like, when we were in the setup phase, we're not winning the we're not winning the ranged engagement. But I just thought, yeah, I'll bring some archers anyway, and crossbows always, just to really hammer some of these heavier armed units of Dorwinian. Now, the setup I've got here is generally my strength is on the right flank. Now this is again because I am planning to try to bully Dorwinian, which is always something I like to do in 2v2s. People tend not to really expect it too often. So more of my power is here, and just the Dunlending veterans here on the left to kind of fend anything off if I receive a quick charge to my flank. Now, as is often the case, I deploy very quickly and I ready up, just because that's what I like to do. Snag of skirmishers. Decided to just forget about them. Again, 2 units of javelins. This is, right after the last one. I liked how 2 units of javelins worked in the last battle, so I was like, yeah, stuff it. Grab the 2 units of skirmishers. Good thing for me here is they are hidden, but I'm still going to need to run them back to my main force, because I was just imagining he's going to set all of his boys here. There's going to be 2 units of cav, mounted company just ramming right into me, and that's just going to not be fun. So, wasn't really any solid plan between myself and Safi, but yeah, just kind of see how it goes. Tackle whatever comes. Got a lot of elites with the Guards of Orthanc, the Berserkers, and the Nazhai, and also the Trolls of the White Hand. So this is a lot more elites than I really usually go for. Probably could have gotten rid of the Guards of Orthanc in exchange for another unit of infantry, and then maybe just another sort of pleb unit. But hey, we'll see how this goes. Deployment. Yeah, there we go. Good. So, as I say, as soon as we started, because I was watching, even though I'd readied up, I was just sitting there with hovered over the top of them. Actually, because I'm going to go around and look at their armies, so I'll slow it down a little bit more than that. Lothlorien, as I say, I know that they're going to absolutely destroy me at ranged, but right now he's targeting he's just had everything on fire up. Well, so he's targeting my archers, and I'm comfortable with that. The archers are getting hit, a few of the Dunlending clansmen are getting hit, but okay, great, do it. What is a fear is in a moment he actually starts to target my skirmishers, and they drop like flies because they are very squishy and they are not in these spread formations. But yeah, Lorinand archers, Eldar Council there, another unit of Eldar Council here, some Watchers of the Golden Wood, some Kindred of Killenbrimbor, Born. Yep. Why did I say? Yeah, I'm thinking like the fucking Guardians. I'm just gonna call them Kindred. Easier. The Riders of the Golden Wood. In the back here, we've got the Blades of the Wood, and Blades of the Wood. Some Lorinand Axemen there, and some more Axemen there. Then, lastly, the Karas Galadron's Guardians. And over here on the side is the Darwinian, played by Grenlock. 2 Elvelyn Infantry, 2 Nandor Glade Riders, actually, sorry, wait, is that 3? Wow, 3 Glade Riders. Marquindi Bows, Elvelyn Marksmen, 2 more Infantry, a Marksman there, Glade Masters, and Elvelyn Marksmen. Now, it's very possible there's something sort of hiding in these trees, but that's a small force there from Dorwinian. A lot of Glade Riders. I thought, I didn't know you could get 3 before you go into the red limit. But, yeah, I guess there's a very limited amount of cav that Dorwinian has access to, so it's fair. So I see this. Initially I actually ran backward because I was losing so many, but that was definitely a misstep on my part. I should have stayed here. I should have taken the archer fire on my archers. You can see, yeah. So this was from about 2 volleys, just absolutely mincing Snaga. But yep, Safi goes immediately aggressive and very mobile army, very quick, just gets on his flank and starts to advance on him. Anything else popping up? No, I'm not seeing anything popping up yet. Marquindi Stalkers. I think that's 2 units of Marquindi Stalkers mixed in there. That's a lot of archer fire. And they are definitely going to be beating any horse archers that Rohan has brought to the field. And they're going to be mincing a lot of his cav too. Yeah, ouch. Red Mark Archers. If Safi was hoping for a sort of skirmish engagement, which I don't think he was, you know, he's definitely going to be losing that up against the force that Dorwinian has brought today. So I see, of course, you know, this is me trying to like shuffle around, you know, to tempt him into shooting at my archers, but I think he kind of, oh no, you know, he's still firing. No, Unstable Thrower has decided against it now. But no, so I was a little bit upset about that. I really should just stay in position. But being here, I get my archers to open fire on some Dorwinian units. And I see a good opportunity to bring my crossbows around too. So I'm going to line my crossbows up here and start hammering them. Good, Safi is going on the aggressive. Or, yeah, on the offensive. Heavy cav here after taking a bit of a beating from those Horus archers. Need to start running on back, being in the right place. These Helm's hammers could receive a nasty charge, but you know, he's watching them with his cav. Yeah, his cav was running into position. I decided to get my trolls around because, yeah, as I say, I see this and I'm not really wanting to charge into Lothlorien. So I decided to just grab a few of my units. Get my crossbows, yes, good. So this is even a side view on these guys. Like, I was chuffed about this, yeah. So I can just hammer away. I hammered away at this force first. Actually, they're just still archers. Yeah, you can see, so that was one volley, you know, to the side. I was really chuffed with that. But I get my trolls around. I'm getting a unit of infantry around too, actually, and my berserkers are kind of moving around into position. Not throwing them in just yet, though. All the while just sort of watching Lothlorien, you know, if he makes a move toward me, then I'll respond. But for now, we're just staring each other down and watching this fight. So I get my trolls here. Trolls are going to be slicing through these just men-at-arms swordsmen. No AP on them, so it's not really, they're not going to be taking much damage. Oh damn, sort of breaking my ally's charge there, but he should have enough speed to pick up. Well, he should have enough space to pick up speed. Enough space to pick up speed. Do you know what I mean? Urkai infantry coming into the back. I just wanted to break this force, massacre them as quickly as we could, so these Helm's hammers could move on to another target. Glade Riders there. Good, that wasn't a great charge. They sort of turned last minute. That could have been horrific for me. Helm's hammers, good, sort of freed up there. Freed up a little bit. We need to break this force now. Good, that's broken. So, as I say, the Helm's hammers are freed up. They can move and target something else now. Glade Riders. Yeah, they're beating these heavy cav. I move my wargs around soon because, with the exception of some horse archers, Lothlorien doesn't actually have any cav. Ah, Lothlorien's opening fire again. Killing off a few more of my archers, which I'm more than happy to allow. Infantry now freed up. Yeah, everything's good on this flank. So I was now debating, do I bring my trolls around and try to smash that? Well, right now the trolls are trying to like smash cav, but no, we're not chasing them down. So this is when I decided to bring my wargs around, because cav hitting after cav hitting is not going to do well here. Now they've got their swords out. Yeah, they've used up their axes, because axes up against some Glade Riders would be beautiful. Can't tell over here with these shield maidens because they're in melee, but Glade Guard. Ooh, Glade Guard would normally cut through shield maidens, but with a few quick charges there, that's really going to turn it around. And that is really all Dorwinian has. It's a lot of archers. 3 units of Avellan marksmen here, Merquindi bows there. Good, yep, so Glade Masters are pretty damn good, but the Helm's Hammers are just about as good as, well, they are as good as Rohirrim infantry can get, so it's the best chance, but I know they're not going to win it, so I'm trying to get my infantry around to provide a bit of pressure, take hits for the Helm's Hammers, and hopefully kill a few Blade Masters even. Trolls are running into these archers. They can. The only real counter they've got to them right now is heavy archer fire, but that's going to get bounced off quite a bit, and they can be pin cushioned, you know, quite nicely. Marquindi bows, yeah, opening fire. So here is this when I do it? No, not yet. Nandor Glade Riders coming in for a quick charge. I didn't even notice that at the time, actually. Did they get fended off by it? Yeah, they must have gotten fended off by a quick volley of javelins. Not too many Glade Riders dead here, actually. Only really about 4 or 5. Yeah, 5 of them dead there, but hey, the Urukai Archers held out. If they had been routed off, that would have been a very good move. Warg Riders coming in. As I say, I'm not really intimidated by Cav over there, so. But these Glade Riders are just ever so slightly too fast, and with I remember like Uma was actually talking about in his recent video. It was like a free for all, just about trying to counter Cav with Cav and how you really just need to focus on them. So I'm just basically every few seconds giving them the order to attack and then having to deal with something else over here. But they're just making me look silly. Wargs are just not fast enough to keep up with them. So I'm just trying to like guard away at this. Yeah, no, the Sons of the Owl just receiving a nasty charge there. Of course, in sustained melee, the Sons of Aeol will do quite nicely there, but sustained melee is not what he's been given. The Nas high. Oh, yo. Not good, not good. They took that charge like a champ, but lost quite a few boys. Snaga trying to save people, and they do it. Yeah, I guess the fear of these units. Good, yeah. So that's that dealt with. We're at 41 for 42. I always love how like close these things are. Oh yeah, lots of archer fire. Luckily they seem to be targeting the Helm's Hammers, which they can shrug it off quite nicely. Well, these are good arrows here. They're like sort of split shot thing they've got going on. Urukai Berserkers though, trying to run them up, hope nobody notices, but they are noticed. They are noticed pretty badly by, you can see some Marquindi arrows there coming in from the Stalkers, but it's these triple arrows that do the real damage. Down from 103 a moment ago, only down to 101, but they're 2-win models, so a lot of them are going to be getting minced. Yep. Yeah, and I just... see, so I guess I wanted to charge in the back of that, but that's just a stupid move. Just get them in melee. Get them out of this archer fire. Oh, that's so painful. I'm really sad about that. See the Riders of the Golden Wood opening fire with their blue arrows now. Actually, sorry. Watchers of the Golden Wood opening fire with their blue arrows. Oh, damn. There's a lot of them. This was where there was all horse archer engagement. Yep, so let's see the Watchers there. I just need to squish people. Get the Kindred melee up against the trolls. Very good quality infantry. They will stand a good chance of dealing with my trolls. But yeah, no, we're turning around right now, but I just needed to stop them firing. That was all. You know, that was the main focus there. Watchers of the Golden Wood getting thrown in there now. Will do some damage to my trolls. I was quite happy that there was one troll left in this fight. I like when you've got units that sort of end up just getting spread out, and I tend just to let it happen. So we just got one guy here just swinging away, killing some bowmen. That was the Dorwinian general taken out. Dorwinian's morale is buckling. Wavering here. Come on, boys. Helm's Hammers are pretty scary, so I don't actually know if they cause fear or not, but... So as I say, like, I wish I just held back my Berserkers. They took too much. I guess somebody else would have been shot, but everybody else was in melee. You know, everybody else was not a great target for the Kindred, so just holding back the Berserkers would have been a much better choice here. Like, because you can see, I just don't know how many Berserkers there are left now. I don't even know where they are. Here they are. Yeah, 72. So, and most of those 72 are going to be on 1 wound. There are some Riders of the Golden Wood, so Oh, yeah, I'm good. Ah, criminy. Yeah, just a good volley there against my berserkers. They're just being absolutely like pecked on today. It's quite sad. Should have brought my crossbows around here far earlier. That was a stupid move from me. Like I did think, oh, bring the crossbows, but I thought about it far too late. Like had the crossbows been here immediately, just like zoning out these these cav would have been fantastic. Wargs managed to get in a fight with them. Just getting my berserkers around, wanting to crush this force here, because that's some good quality elven units. And it also is Lothlorien's general mixed in amongst them there. You can see him here, very bloodied. But Lothlorien isn't going to worry too much about morale, but some of these more militia units, Blades of the Woods, and so on, yeah, I think that's really the only lower quality unit they have. Yeah, everything else is going to be fighting it out for a long time. So we are 49 for 56, so we managed to like really pull ahead after sort of killing the Dorwenian general, and you know, as well, a lot of our kills are going to be these guys here. Balance of power is slightly in our favour, which is good to see. Riders of the Golden Wood getting targeted down by some archers. Good, still got these Red Mark archers just pecking away at them. Crossbows here, taking a bit of fire. Getting thrown all around, interrupting their firing cycle, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. And then getting charged. But hey, if they're focusing here, that means that our main infantry force here is not receiving damage. So it's good that's the general finally taken out by the Uruk-hai. $52 for 57. So that charge there really, he took out about 40 guys. So it's a bunch more getting trolled now. So that's sort of closing it quite quick. Now here, maybe I should have done this earlier. He was being able to micro the hell out of those Riders of the Golden Wood, and I knew that was holding quite a bit of his focus, so I thought, yeah, if we're going to attack, we need to attack now. And so I lurched forward. Maybe I should have gone for a more, well, one thing, probably should have done this earlier, but two, I should have probably gone for this a bit faster, a bit less organised. Like, I'm trying to stay in formation here, whereas maybe I really should have just all out rush. And that would have just closed the distance a bit faster. Now the good thing is, a lot of these archers are out of ammunition, but something I was very frightened about was these Eldar Council. He's got 2 units of Eldar Council, they've not thrown a single javelin, and a large part of my force is, these pikes. And, those javelins are going to mince pikes. As you can see here. They certainly aren't going to mince pikes as much as, say, axe throwers would. So I was about to rush the guards forward to try and take the focus, but the guards, I felt, nope, they're going to get hurt a lot more by javelins. So the Dunlanding veterans have volunteered themselves to take the focus. Dunlanding clansmen move up to engage this force. Now here is, so I've engaged that front line. I've got no reason to do sort of what I'm doing right now, which is continuing to sort of come straight forward. What I should have done after I engaged the front line with the clansmen is I should have gone for a larger flank, maybe. Good. Yeah, so this is sort of the part in the video where I really start to speculate about how I really could have done better. Yeah, the Rangers have appeared too. I need to shut them down. I guess they didn't. Oh god damn, the Nashai taking those javelins. Yeah, see, flopping about a bit with what to do with these Nashai. I felt, come in, break this position, but really I should have carried that on through. Engage the Rangers. If the Rangers run, engage the Council. That would have been good. The Uruk-hai infantry have come in to kind of do that for me, but no, that wasn't a good choice there. The Axemen here needed to break, but I was going to be winning that. When these pikes arrived, I was going to be winning that. At this stage, it's more about shutting down their units that I'm afraid of, which is the Eldar Council and the Rangers. I'm not afraid of their infantry. My infantry can beat theirs. Leonard archers still have a bit of ammo. But again, not really too much what I'm worried about. These pikes, the Guardian's best pikes in the game, are going to be chewing through some of my men. But I felt get my pikes alongside him. And I knew this engagement was the main engagement that I was going to be losing. Snag of skirmishers here getting focused down by archers. But just if I can throw a few volleys into these axemen, try and do some damage with them there. Got a full unit of archers here. I'm focusing on the rain. No, the Elder Council. Yeah, the Elder Council was what I was worried about, as I say. But maybe just volleying right into this blob here. Maybe fire arrows right into this blob, if I could use fire arrows with the Hurricane. You know, try and route them off like that could have been a good idea. Pushing forward. Managed to break this right flank with the help of the Helm's Hammers. Snag of skirmishers, lots of ammunition there. Shield Maidens of Rohan get thrown in alongside this looks like Westmark infantry, yeah. But those archers are going to hold out quite nicely. Elder Council again, so many javelins to go. Right into the backs of my boys. Damn, yep. Dunlanding Clansmen still standing. They did good, you know. They did their job and then some. So chuffed with that. Oh, I should have carried them through just to, yeah. You see, I think sometimes I'm too focused on getting rear charges. You know, like I feel I'm too focused on getting rear charges and I'm too focusing on entirely surrounding units. Whereas there, if I'd taken these clansmen, I could have silenced those rangers. Not for long, but for a little bit. You know, these archers would have come in. But still, that would have stopped them firing. I would have gotten a few kills. And that mixed in with the archers that are now targeting them. Or, they target them whenever they're not getting killed by the Riders of the Golden Wood. Dunlanding veterans, yeah, happy enough, but need to get charged into the next fight, boys. Guards of the Orthanc, I feel pretty good about them. You know, they're elite boys. They can take on just about everything. So we're at 80 for 78. You know, we've lost a lot of guys now, but a lot of Dunlanding clansmen. I was okay with this. And if you look at the battlefields, like we've got the freedom here. You know, sure we've got some Snagas fighting Elder Council here, but this is 2 units of Elder Councils. I focused their javelins up in one place. Hopefully the Riddermark archers can hurt them a bit. Damn. Okay, so right, maybe what I should have done there was had say the Guards of Orthanc coming here, and the Dunlanding veterans coming in the back here, trying to break this position. They've sort of been broken in their positioning right now. Damn, that's unfortunate because they should be cutting through this force. But, as it stands, Elder Council managed to get around behind them. Still got javelins, so they're going to just dissolve that position. And you see all the way along this line, he's winning. Actually, no, he's not. Balance. Defeated. Actually, sorry, no, okay, he's not. But my archer's still standing. Now he gets this unit through, and that scared the hell out of me. So I switched focus with my archers, and I had to actually turn this unit of pikes around. Now the reason I felt I could justify that was I turned them around, the Nazhai and the clansmen can come in and try and fix this. Just hold the focus of this position for the time that it's going to take these pikes to deal with those axemen. No, I guess I'm still just focusing on the rangers and the archers here. Yeah, see, this is a good back shot. This is what I'm firing upon. I don't know, like, I was really kind of disappointed with the Guards of Orthanc. I know they're spears, but I just usually elite spears I do, you know, so much better with, and you know, but like they're losing up against these Lorenand archers, and they've got the assistance of a few Helm's Hammers, and you know, archer fire coming in too. So this is something that I expected them to just roll right through. And you see the balance of power is really starting to shift now after this position has just been dissolved. Riders of the Golden Wood have come over here, dealt with the last of the Riddermark archers. Elder Council still with some ammo. I grabbed the Nazhai trying to just silence them, and I still felt 35 versus 11. It's not great odds. The Elder Council are certainly not bad, but I still thought I'd win that. You know, I know my men are hurt, but I'd if not win it. No, I didn't think I'd win it, but I thought I'd do okay in that fight there. But those Naz High enemy eviscerated. Kind of, this fight is going better than I thought it was going at this, like when I was playing the battle actually. You know, I'm closer to winning it than I really thought. I know the Guardians, there's 56 of them left, and that's a lot, but Rangers still have ammo, still taking my archer fire. Maybe I should have charged them with my archers, but I guess if I charged them with my archers, I'd just get killed by the golden wood. Yeah, Pike's trying their very best. But see, it's like this. Why am I doing that? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so the Elder Council here, I guess they're down to 18 for 8. To be honest, that's pretty good. Yeah, that fight's again, like these fights are going a lot better than I thought they were going during the battle. Yeah, the Naz High really are trying their best, but Elder Council they're not plebs, so. But it's all sort of coming down to this main fight here, and it really is just there's a few Blades of the Wood left, but the main thing is the Guardians versus the Pikes. There's still a Naz High mixed in there, actually backstabbing some Guardians. But the Rangers line up very nicely, just go right on through my line. I saw this happening, I was kind of just hoping that a few of those shots are going to go through me and hit a few Guardians, but no, he positions himself very carefully, takes his time, which he does. Like, I've got nothing roaming around that can shut those guys down, and those Guardians are not going to be running away anytime soon, so yeah, take your time. Yep, this shot is perfect. Right through my boys here. You might hit a few of them, but I think it's worth it. Naz High, down to 4 of them now. Killing the banner carrier, I'll take that as a something of a victory. Come on. Our banner carrier is about to die. No, our banner carrier went down before theirs, that was a shame. Arcane Pikes now totally surrounded, doing pretty well for surrounded Pikes to be honest, but routing now. My general's gone, so all of these guys are going to get wiped. Riders of the Golden Wood, I genuinely think that if I had shut down those riders, I think I could have won that. I think I would have had a full unit of archers there. They would have done a lot more damage to the enemy rangers. Rohan's archers would have been able to continue unloading. Surely they had a bit of ammunition left, and they would have hammered away. Yeah, there was only 42 of them left. I think get rid of these guys in that fight with Dorwinian. See, if I had moved my crossbows up sooner and maybe been a bit more careful with my wargs, yeah, that could have been a victory for us there. Damn, yeah, it was a close one, but yeah. Alright, okay, I'll start. The Snagga are the main thing I want to talk about here. Guards of Warthank. Well, I want to talk about them a bit too. I was upset with that. I like the Guards of Warthank. I like using them, but no, that was a bit unfortunate here. You know, like I know they're spears, but I think if I'd gotten rid of the Guards of Warthank, gotten rid of one of my unit of Snagga, grabbed, that would have given me a bit of money. I don't know exactly how much, but say if I could have grabbed another 2 units for Urkai infantry, that could have been incredible. Yeah, or even just another 2. Say if I couldn't afford that, 2 units of Dunlending veterans or 2 units of Urkai raiders, for instance. Just some more infantry could have really turned it around. Something to chase down his archers at the end there. The Naz High did good. They received that nasty charge that I allowed through. That I shouldn't have let them get charged in the start there. That would have definitely hurt them. The Berserkers, yeah, we talked about that. Talked about what I should have done with the Berserkers. It was unfortunate. All things considered, they fought some good elite units and they came through okay. Berserkers up against elves. not really, because you know the whole thing with berserkers is they're not very skilled, but they're just really fucking big old swords that can just smash through armor. So you know you want them up against kind of less skilled humans rather than very skilled elves that are just going to parry away their blows. But they did good. Three pikes. Yeah. No, I needed that pike line. It was just unfortunate that they were going up against the guardians, and then one of them just got javelin volleyed in the back like crazy. Urukai infantry should have had more of that. You see, yeah, no, they did pretty good. Lots of well, like all dead, of course, but they were going up against elves and good quality humans, so it's fair. Veterans didn't actually do too great. Well, I don't know. Yeah. Keep in mind they're a good like 200 florins cheaper than the Urukai infantry, and one of them only got 61, so they did good. I was impressed with the clansmen, like 33 kills for one of those clansmen. Don't compare that to the losses of them, but like 33 kills is good. Like they didn't fight Cav at any stage during that. So yeah, no, like they absorbed arrow fire in the beginning and they did good. For freaking 250 florins is fantastic. Two skirmishers, yeah, like 30 kills, 28 kills, 29 kills, 28 kills. That's not enough. It's nowhere near enough. I think that's why I think I'm going to go back to using just one unit of javelins in my army, with the exception of when I'm playing Rude Hour, of course. Then everybody in your army can throw something. Archers, 102 kills for those archers. Great, yeah. Crossbows got zeroed in by a lot of cav charges. Mishandled big time. A lot of kills in the beginning up against those blooming Evelyn infantry. That was fantastic. I was chuffed to bits with that. Trolls of the White Hand did good. I'm glad I used them when I did. I think just having a smash through that Derwinian force and really rout that off was the important thing. Warg Riders, they're 41 kills. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I could have done better, but what I probably should have done with the Wargs is immediately come over to assist Rohan up against those Glade Riders, because that was 3 big units of Glade Riders, and yeah, that would have been better, because my Wargs were not going to catch up with those Riders of the Golden Wood, and they would have been much more appreciated on the other flank, I'm sure. All in all, no, deployed about almost 1,000 more than everybody else, so that's always nice to see. And yeah, is there anything more I want to say? No, right, cool. Thank you very much, guys.